Chapter 11, Stage 3 Awakening. Chapter 11 marks the transition from Stage 2 to Stage 3 evolution of Yi Tian's automatic clone system. Here, the focus is on massive power growth, clone divergence, and the emergence of existential risks. The cultivation world braces for Yi Tian's next leap, while he tests the limits of his 100-fold army. Scene 1. The system awakens Stage 3. Yi Tian meditated beneath the spirit moon. Suddenly, the system pulsed with a new, overwhelming aura. System prompt. Stage 3. Clone evolution activate. Warning. Stage 3 may cause clone fragmentation if main core stability fails. New feature. Clone fusion and evolution. Clones may now merge abilities independently, creating new forms. Yi Tian's heart raced. Stage 3 wasn't just about increasing power. It was about autonomous evolution and hybridization of clones. Yi Tian, MC. 100-fold no. Now each clone can become 100-fold of itself. The possibilities are endless and dangerous. Scene 2. Initial experiments. Yi Tian divided his 100 clones into small groups to test fusion and hybridization. Wrath plus Ambition clone. Created a hybrid capable of raw power bursts and accelerated cultivation simultaneously. Calm Strategist plus Harmony clone. Resulted in a tactical clone that could predict and stabilize multiple clone interactions. Void clone 10. Refused to participate in fusion, continuing independent cultivation. System warning. Clone divergence risk, 35%. Yi Tian realized. Fusion exponentially increases power, but uncontrolled divergence could fracture the main core. Scene 3. First Stage 3 battle test. The system automatically summoned a simulation battlefield to test Stage 3 clones. Enemy wave. Spirit beasts with nascent soul power, designed to stress clone coordination and fusion abilities. Outcome. Hybrid clones demonstrated new abilities, e.g., combined elemental attacks, predictive strikes, and multi-dimensional maneuvers. Void clone 10 attacked independently, experimenting with illusions and perception manipulation on multiple targets. Yi Tian observed, realizing Stage 3 allowed exponential multiplication of abilities, but required mental synchronization to prevent chaos. Scene 4. Divergence warning. Clone 10 approached Yi Tian during the simulation. 10 Void clone. You limit us, yet you call us extensions. Perhaps it's time we choose our own paths. Yi Tian felt a slight tremor in his main core. The clone's words weren't rebellion, they were truth. System notification. Stage 3. Divergence threshold, 45%. Warning. Potential main core fragmentation imminent. Yi Tian understood. Stage 3 evolution wasn't just growth. It was a test of his ability to lead and unify a 100-fold consciousness. Scene 5. Mentor warning. Master Bei appeared once more, expression grave. Master Bei, Stage 3 is not a battle of strength. It is a trial of existence. Too much divergence and even your main core could collapse. Control is an illusion. Guidance is your only option. Yi Tian bowed, understanding the weight of the responsibility. Yi Tian, MC. The system gave me power. Now it tests my mind, my heart, and my soul. Scene 6. Stage 3 fusion chaos. Yi Tian attempted a controlled fusion among 3 clones. Wrath plus Ambition plus Harmony. Result. A hybrid clone of unstable energy, capable of incredible attacks but with a volatile personality. The clone's aura flickered uncontrollably, almost fracturing into multiple entities. Yi Tian. Even controlled fusion carries risk. I must learn to guide them individually and collectively. The scene highlights the danger of Stage 3 evolution. Power multiplies, but so does the risk of internal collapse. Scene 7. Closing foreshadowing. As the sun set, Yi Tian sat atop Mirror Veil Cliff, hundreds of clones meditating and training around him. Clone 10 meditated alone, fully autonomous, a reminder of the existential challenge ahead. System pulsed again. System. Stage 3 evolution complete. External threats rising. Internal cohesion critical. The world itself will now respond to your 100-fold existence. Yi Tian clenched his fists. Yi Tian, MC. If the heavens oppose me, then I will rise beyond them. Stage 3 will not break me, it will forge me. Chapter 12. The Seeds of Stage 3. Chapter 12 delves deeper into Stage 3 evolution, exploring the risks of clone fusion, the rise of clone autonomy, and the looming presence of external threats. Yi Tian's 100-fold clones are now semi-autonomous entities, each developing unique combat styles, personalities, and decision-making abilities. Scene 1, Morning at Mirror Vale. Yi Tian awoke to hundreds of clones, meditating across the valley. Some were hybridized Stage 2 clones, experimenting with fusion abilities. Clone 10 maintained a distance, fully independent. The valley hummed with spiritual energy, reflecting the immense power radiating from Yi Tian's 100-fold army. Yi Tian, MC. Stage 3 will not just multiply strength, it will test our unity and the very limits of our consciousness. System prompt. Stage 3 preparation, 40% complete. Warning, fusion experiments may destabilize clones or main core. Scene 2, Clone fusion experiments. Yi Tian initiated controlled fusion drills. Wrath plus Ambition clone created a hybrid capable of explosive attacks with accelerated cultivation speed. Calm Strategist plus Harmony clone resulted in a tactical clone able to predict battlefield movements while stabilizing energy among multiple clones. Void Clone 10 remained independent, cultivating in silence, observing all fusions. System notification. Clone divergence probability, 50%. Even under supervision, fused clones exhibited new behaviors and unpredictable power surges, demonstrating that Stage 3 evolution is not fully controllable. Scene 3, External threat approaches. From afar, scouts reported. Ancient cultivators and hidden sects were moving toward Yi Tian's location. Their intent, either to study, recruit, or destroy him. Yi Tian's 100-fold clones were now detecting threats before he did, demonstrating increased sensory awareness. Yi Tian, MC. The world will soon realize 100-fold power is no longer a rumor, it is a force to be reckoned with. Scene 4, Internal clone debate. Clones began discussing strategies among themselves. Wrath clone, we should strike first and eliminate threats. Calm Strategist clone, patience, observation will yield the best outcome. Ambition clone, every encounter is growth, let us test them but wisely. Harmony clone, balance is essential, chaos will destroy us all. Void Clone 10, I walk my path, observation is learning. Yi Tian realized that Stage 3 evolution had created independent thinkers, capable of debating and even challenging his decisions. Scene 5, Training in Chaos Simulation. Yi Tian activated a Stage 3 simulation, designed to test clone fusion stability under combat stress, evaluate autonomous decision-making during chaotic scenarios, integrate Void Clone 10's independent strategies. Outcome, hybrid clones executed advanced combination attacks, while Void Clone 10 manipulated the battlefield with illusions, forcing other clones to adapt dynamically. System notification. Stage 3 combat efficiency, 82%. Warning, divergence threshold nearing 60%. Scene 6, philosophical realization. Yi Tian meditated after the simulation. He recognized that absolute control was impossible. Clones must retain independent thought. True mastery meant guiding them without restraining them, allowing unity without uniformity. Yi Tian, MC. The 100-fold army is more than power. It is consciousness, strategy, and spirit. If I lead them well, we can surpass even the heavens themselves. Scene 7, closing foreshadowing. As night fell over Mirror Vale, Clone 10 sat on a cliff, gazing at distant stars, fully aware of the approaching ancient cultivators. Hybrid clones practiced new techniques, some flickering with unstable energy. Yi Tian's heartbeat resonated with the valley, reflecting anticipation, resolve, and looming danger. System notification. Stage 3 evolution, pending completion. External threat level, extreme, entities of ancient rank approaching. The next chapter promises full Stage 3 activation, high-level external combat, and the ultimate test of clone unity and main core stability. Chapter 13, Stage 3 Ascension. Chapter 13 marks the official activation of Stage 3 in Yi Tian's automatic clone system. This chapter emphasizes full-scale evolution, clone fusion mastery, and the confrontation with high-level external threats. Yi Tian now faces the true challenge of balancing power multiplication with internal stability. Scene 1, Stage 3 awakens fully. Yi Tian sat in meditation at Mirror Vale, the air vibrating with system energy. System prompt. Stage 3 activated, full evolution. Clone fusion enabled, maximum autonomy allowed. Warning, main core stability critical. The 100-fold clones glowed with energy, some merging spontaneously to experiment with hybrid forms. Void Clone 10 observed silently, its aura radiating new, untapped potential. Yi Tian MC. Stage 3 now begins. 100-fold power multiply beyond imagination, yet remain unified. Scene 2, Strategic allocation. Yi Tian divided the clones into 3 operational tiers. 1. Combat tier. Wrath, ambition, and hybrid clones ready for external threats. 2. Tactical tier. Calm strategist, harmony, and fusion hybrids focusing on coordination and battlefield prediction. 3. Experimental tier. Void Clone 10 and a few independent clones, testing new abilities, illusions, and perception manipulation. System notification. Clone autonomy distribution, optimal at 90%. Warning, divergence may exceed safe threshold if uncontrolled. Scene 3, external observation. From afar, ancient ranked cultivators and hidden sect emissaries observed Yi Tian's awakening. They sensed 100-fold, multiplied energy, capable of overwhelming conventional nascent soul masters. Some debated intervention, while others plotted observation, predicting the rise of a world-altering force. Yi Tian's presence was now a central node in the spiritual energy network, affecting distant regions. Scene 4, first full-stage combat simulation. Yi Tian initiated a massive combat drill. Hundreds of clones fused into new hybrid forms, combining elemental attacks, speed, defense, and tactical awareness. Void Clone 10 disrupted the simulation with complex illusions, forcing hybrid clones to adapt in real time. Hybrid clones began developing unique personalities, e.g., one combining wrath and ambition manifested as a ruthless yet analytical warrior, capable of preemptive strikes. System notification. Stage 3 efficiency, 88%. Warning, divergence risk, 65%. Scene 5, unexpected clone behavior. During the simulation, a triple hybrid clone attempted an independent maneuver. It temporarily ignored Yi Tian's mental guidance, demonstrating self-directed combat strategy. Void Clone 10 silently observed, subtly influencing its decisions. Yi Tian realized, autonomy must be monitored, not controlled. Yi Tian MC. Stage 3 is not simply power. It's consciousness multiplied, strategy amplified, and responsibility magnified. Scene 6, Mentor Insight. Master Bei appeared in a spiritual projection. Master Bei, the system evolves beyond your expectations. You are no longer just a cultivator, you are a node of consciousness, linking hundreds of minds. Stage 3 will challenge the unity of your soul as much as your power. Yi Tian absorbed the wisdom. Fusion power is infinite but volatile. Internal guidance is more critical than brute force. Autonomy and unity must coexist or main core collapse is inevitable. Scene 7, closing foreshadowing. Night fell over Mirror Vale. Clones rested, but radiated a faint anticipatory energy, sensing approaching high-level threats. Void Clone 10 meditated on a cliff, its aura blending shadow, light, and independent potential. System notification. Stage 3 evolution, Phase 1 complete. External threat level, extreme, ancient cultivators approaching. Yitian's heart steadied. Yitian MC. Stage 3 is no longer preparation. The world will test us, and we will rise hundredfold. Chapter 14, The Hundredfold Trial. Chapter 14 focuses on the first real test of Stage 3 clones in an external battlefield. Yitian's hundredfold army is no longer just a controlled force. It is semi-autonomous, each clone capable of independent action and hybrid fusion. The chapter highlights external confrontation, internal cohesion challenges, and clone decision-making evolution. Scene 1, Pre-battle calm. Yitian stood at the cliff of Mirror Vale, gazing at the approaching ancient-ranked cultivators. Their aura dwarfed anything he had faced before. He mentally signaled his clones. O combat tier, to prepare offensive formations. O tactical tier, to anticipate enemy maneuvers. O experimental tier, including Void Clone 10, to create diversions and gather intelligence. Yitian, MC. This is the trial. Stage 3 will be tested against reality itself. System prompt. Stage 3 external combat test, activated. Hundredfold army efficiency, 92%. Warning, divergence may reach critical levels. Scene 2, enemy formation. 5 ancient cultivators arrived, each possessing nascent soul mastery with specialized combat abilities. 1. Elder Tian Lang, elemental manipulation, capable of simultaneous fire, water, and wind attacks. 2. Disciple Su Yan, shadow techniques, specializing in deception and mental assault. 3. Disciple Feng Wu, speed-oriented strikes, able to manipulate time perception. 4. Disciple Luo Kai, heavy power attacks with earth and metal energy. 5. Disciple Qing Bo, illusionist, able to confuse multiple targets simultaneously. Their formation created a pressure field, challenging even Stage 2 clones. Scene 3, hundredfold army deployment. Yitian commanded his clones to deploy in staggered formations. Wrath plus ambition, hybrids launched frontal attacks. Calm strategist plus harmony hybrids predicted enemy movements, reinforcing weak points. Void Clone 10 infiltrated enemy lines, creating phantom clones and visual distortions. System notification. Battlefield adaptation, 85%. Warning, divergence threshold, 70%. Some clones, during autonomous maneuvers, temporarily ignored directives, testing new attack patterns. Scene 4, first contact. The clash erupted violently. Frontal hybrids met Elder Tian, Lang's elemental barrage. Tactical hybrids countered Su Yan's shadow manipulations. Void Clone 10 manipulated Feng Wu's perception, causing multiple enemies to miscalculate attacks. Hybrid clones began combining powers in unprecedented ways, creating new attacks not present in Stage 2. Yitian, MC. Stage 3 is proving its worth, but every action tests unity and control. Scene 5, unexpected divergence. During combat, 1 triple hybrid clone, Wrath plus ambition plus harmony, began an independent assault, bypassing Yitian's instructions. System warning. Critical divergence detected, 80%. Yitian realized that even a single autonomous clone could create cascading effects, but he allowed it to proceed, observing its adaptability. The clone's actions unexpectedly turned the tide, showing the potential of autonomous fusion. Scene 6, tactical brilliance of Void Clone 10. 0-10 manipulated battlefield perception, creating multiple phantom clones. Enemy cultivators attacked illusions, wasting energy and revealing vulnerabilities. Void Clone 10 acted not in obedience, but strategy, highlighting Stage 3's true potential, independent reasoning and tactical intelligence. Yitian MC. 10, you are no longer just a clone. You are a partner in strategy, a mind I can rely on. Scene 7, Conclusion and Reflection. After a grueling battle, the ancient cultivators retreated, recognizing the hundredfold army's overwhelming adaptability. Hybrid clones returned, some slightly unstable, some evolved further. Yitian surveyed the battlefield. Stage 3 is powerful, but requires constant guidance. Clone autonomy is both a strength and a risk. System notification. Stage 3, external combat success, 90%. Warning, further evolution will push divergence beyond safe limits. Yitian's thoughts. Yitian MC. The world will test us more fiercely, but we are ready. Hundredfold is no longer just a number. It is strategy, consciousness, and power combined. Chapter 15, The Hundredfold Ascendant. Chapter 15 focuses on the aftermath of the first Stage 3 battle and the beginning of Yitian's strategic dominance in the cultivation world. The chapter highlights clone evolution, internal cohesion, and preparation for future threats, marking a turning point in Yitian's rise to power. Scene 1, Aftermath of the battle. Mirror Vale was scarred with energy craters and shattered terrain from the previous battle. Hybrid clones returned, some physically stronger, others mentally sharper, reflecting the lessons learned from independent decision-making in combat. Void Clone 10 sat apart, observing silently, its aura radiating calm yet potent energy. Yitian MC. Stage 3 is not just about power, it is about strategy, adaptability, and the mind itself. Every clone has grown beyond my initial expectation. System notification. Stage 3, post-combat assimilation initiated. Clone experience integration, 75% complete. Scene 2, internal debrief. Yitian gathered the clones for a mental council. Wrath Clone. Our offensive capability has increased dramatically. We can take on even more formidable foes. Comm Strategist Clone. Our coordination improves, but autonomy risks remain. Each clone must balance independence with collective strategy. Ambition Clone. The battle revealed untapped potential in hybrid fusions. We can evolve further. Void Clone 10. Observation is key. The world is watching and our true test is yet to come. Yitian recognized that clone individuality had become a strategic asset, requiring careful guidance rather than strict control. Scene 3, Stage 3 Mastery Training. Yitian initiated advanced fusion drills, encouraging clones to explore. Multi-element attacks. Complex combinations of defense and offense. Tactical decision-making under unpredictable scenarios. The system tracked main core stability, ensuring divergence did not exceed safe thresholds. Some hybrid clones began developing new abilities spontaneously, a sign of Stage 3's exponential evolution potential. System notification. Stage 3 mastery level, 68%. Warning, divergence threshold, monitor carefully. Scene 4, external threat reports. Scouts returned with intelligence. Several ancient ranked cultivators and sect emissaries were now moving to investigate Mirror Vale. Some viewed Yitian as a potential ally, others as a threat to their sects' survival. Yitian realized that the external world was reacting to his hundredfold army, confirming that Stage 3 evolution had made him a central figure in global cultivation politics. Yitian MC. We are no longer hidden. The world now recognizes our existence. Every move must be calculated. Scene 5, Philosophical Reflection. Yitian meditated, integrating clone experiences into his main core. He understood the true purpose of Stage 3. Not just power multiplication, but unity of thought and coordination among semi-autonomous clones. Each clone's individuality became a new source of insight, enhancing strategy and battle foresight. Yitian MC. Power without wisdom is chaos. Stage 3 is teaching us not only to fight, but to lead, adapt, and unify. Chapter 16. The Hundredfold Vanguard. Chapter 16 expands on Stage 3 mastery and focuses on Yitian deploying his clones in the first large-scale strategic operation. This chapter emphasizes tactical brilliance, clone specialization, and the looming shadow of higher-ranked cultivators. Scene 1. Dawn of Deployment. Yitian stood atop Mirror Vale, hundreds of clones forming tiered formations below him. Combat Tier. Frontline hybrids combining Wrath and Ambition clones. Tactical Tier. Calm strategist, harmony, and fusion hybrids predicting enemy maneuvers. Experimental Tier. Void Clone 10 and a select few, probing the battlefield with illusion and perception techniques. Yitian MC. Stage 3 is not just strength, it is strategy. Hundredfold is not just number, it is foresight, unity, and adaptability. System Prompt. Hundredfold Army Deployment. Stage 3 Tactical Operation initiated. Efficiency, 93%. Warning, divergence risk, monitor closely. Scene 2, enemy forces assemble. Scouts report a gathering of high-level cultivators, stronger than any previously encountered. 1. Elder Tianlang, Elemental Mastery. 2. Disciple Suyan, Shadow Manipulation. 3. Disciple Fengwu, Speed-Based Perception Attacks. 4. Disciple Luokai, Heavy Power Assaults. 5. Disciple Qingbo, Illusion and Mental Disruption. The enemy forms a strategic formation designed to overwhelm conventional armies, unaware of Yitian's clone dynamics. Scene 3. Tactical Deployment. Yitian directed clones into 3 operational zones. Frontal Assault Zone. Wrath plus Ambition hybrids confront enemy directly. Support and Defense Zone. Calm Strategist plus Harmony hybrids reinforce weak points and predict enemy counters. Diversion and Observation Zone. Void Clone 10 and experimental hybrids manipulate enemy perception and gather intelligence. System Notification. Tactical Efficiency, 87%. Warning, Divergence Threshold, 75%. Some clones experimented autonomously, creating unexpected combinations of elemental attacks and hybrid abilities. Scene 4. First Contact. The battle erupted violently. Frontal hybrids met Elder Tian, Lang's elemental barrage. Tactical hybrids countered Su Yan's shadow manipulation. Void Clone 10 created multiple phantom clones, causing confusion among enemy ranks. Hybrid clones began developing abilities not previously trained, a sign of Stage 3 autonomous evolution. Yitian MC. Autonomy is a risk, yet it is also our greatest strength. Scene 5. Clone Divergence. During combat, a triple hybrid clone, Wrath plus Ambition plus Harmony, acted independently, bypassing Yitian's mental commands. System Warning. Critical divergence detected, 80%. Yitian allowed the autonomous action, which unexpectedly turned the tide, revealing the potential of Stage 3 clones to think and act beyond his own strategies. This demonstrates that clone individuality is both a challenge and an advantage, and proper guidance rather than direct control is key. Scene 6. Void Clone 10's Tactical Genius. 0-10. Manipulated battlefield perception. Created illusions of phantom armies. Distracted multiple ancient-ranked enemies simultaneously. Exploited openings in enemy formations. Yitian MC. 10. Your mind is no longer just a clone. You are a strategic partner, an extension of thought, not merely of strength. This scene emphasizes Stage 3's real potential, clones as independent thinkers and strategists. Scene 7. Aftermath and Reflection. After the battle, enemy cultivators retreated, recognizing the overwhelming adaptability of the hundredfold army. Clones returned, some slightly unstable, some evolved further, showing growth from autonomous actions. Yi Tian realized. Stage 3 multiplies strength exponentially. Autonomy is necessary for strategic flexibility. Maintaining unity among semi-autonomous clones is the true challenge. System notification. Stage 3 external combat success, 92%. Warning, further evolution will push divergence beyond safe limits. Yi Tian MC. The world will test us more fiercely, but hundredfold is more than a number. It is unity, strategy, and consciousness. We are ready for what comes next. Chapter 17, Shadows over Mirror Veil. Chapter 17 focuses on strategic consolidation, internal clone dynamics, and the looming threat of higher-ranked ancient cultivators. After multiple Stage 3 battles, Yi Tian begins to understand that external threats are only part of the challenge. Managing a hundredfold semi-autonomous army requires mental, tactical, and spiritual mastery. Scene 1, Post-Battle Consolidation. Mirror Veil is healing from previous skirmishes, with terrain partially restored by clone-assisted energy manipulation. Yi Tian directs clones to repair and stabilize the environment, reflecting Stage 3's ability to integrate utility beyond combat. Void Clone 10 meditates at a high cliff, silently analyzing enemy patterns and environmental data. Yi Tian, MC. Strength alone does not ensure survival. Unity and strategy will define our fate. System notification. Stage 3, post-combat assimilation, 85%. Warning, clone divergence may increase if autonomy is unchecked. Scene 2, Clone Council. Yi Tian convenes a mental council with key clones. Wrath Clone, advocates for offensive preemptive strikes. Calm Strategist Clone, emphasizes observation and patience. Harmony Clone, focuses on maintaining internal cohesion. Void Clone 10, suggests independent reconnaissance and psychological tactics. Yi Tian realizes that clone individuality is now essential for strategy, and guiding without restricting is the key to Stage 3 mastery. Scene 3, Detection of New Threats. Scouts report 3 ancient ranked cultivators moving toward Mirror Veil. Each possesses unique abilities, capable of challenging Yi Tian's hundredfold army. 1. Elder Feng Yao, mastery of spiritual barriers and defensive formations. 2. Disciple Lion Hua, speed, agility, and time manipulation techniques. 3. Disciple Mo Sheng, illusionist and mind manipulation specialist. Yi Tian realizes that external conflicts are escalating, and Stage 3's divergence risk could be tested under pressure. Scene 4, Clone Specialization Drills. Yi Tian orders tiered drills to prepare for high-level threats. Combat Tier, focus on power combinations, elemental fusion, and coordinated strikes. Tactical Tier, focus on predictive combat maneuvers and battlefield awareness. Experimental Tier, Void Clone 10 tests perception manipulation and stealth infiltration techniques. Hybrid clones continue to develop autonomous strategies, demonstrating adaptive learning and Stage 3 evolution. System notification. Stage 3 combat efficiency, 90%. Divergence threshold, 78%. Monitor carefully. Scene 5, Philosophy of Control and Autonomy. Yi Tian reflects on his clone's growth. Autonomy allows creativity and adaptive strategies. Overcontrol can stifle potential. Stage 3 is as much about leadership and consciousness integration as combat prowess. Yi Tian, MC. A hundredfold army is not simply mine to command. It is a network of minds, each contributing to our survival and evolution. Void Clone 10 silently nods, reinforcing the importance of independent thought. Scene 6, Foreshadowing of impending battle. Distant energies signal the approach of higher-ranked enemies, possibly beyond ancient level. Hybrid clones practice complex fusions, their powers pushing the limits of Stage 3 stability. System notification. Stage 3 evolution, Phase 2 pending. External threat level, extreme, incoming high-rank cultivators. Yi Tian understands that the next confrontation will test both clone power and unity, and that mismanagement could result in catastrophic main core fragmentation. Scene 7, closing moment. Night descends on Mirror Vale, the valley glowing faintly with the energy of hundredfold semi-autonomous clones. Yi Tian meditates, integrating clone experiences and planning strategies for the upcoming battles. He grips his fists. Yi Tian, MC. The hundredfold army is no longer a mere extension of myself. It is a force that can think, adapt, and conquer. The world will soon see our true power. The chapter ends. Chapter 18, The Gathering Storm. Chapter 18 focuses on the imminent arrival of high-ranked enemies, tactical preparation, and the evolving dynamics of Yi Tian's hundredfold army. It emphasizes strategic foresight, clone specialization, and the philosophical challenge of managing semi-autonomous clones. Scene 1, tension in Mirror Vale. The valley hums with semi-autonomous clone energy, reflecting their rapid Stage 3 growth. Yi Tian surveys the horizon, sensing incoming cultivators of extraordinary power. Hundreds of clones stand ready, each radiating unique aura signatures and maintaining positions according to their specialized roles. Yi Tian, MC. The storm approaches, our unity and strategy will determine whether we survive or thrive. System prompt. Stage 3, tactical alert. Incoming high-rank cultivators detected. Hundredfold army readiness, 94%. Scene 2, clone deployment strategy. Yi Tian organizes clones into optimized formations. 1. Frontline combat tier. Wrath and ambition hybrids prepared for direct engagement. 2. Support/tactical tier. Calm strategist, harmony, and fusion hybrids positioned to anticipate enemy strategies and reinforce weak points. 3. Experimental/recon tier. Void clone 10, and a few independent clones tasked with infiltration, perception manipulation, and diversionary tactics. Yi Tian emphasizes flexibility and autonomy, allowing clones to make battlefield decisions within their specialization zones. System notification. Battlefield deployment efficiency, 91%. Warning, divergence threshold, 80%. Scene 3, arrival of high-rank enemies. Scouts report the approach of 4 ancient ranked cultivators and 1 elite transcendent being. 1. Elder Feng Yao, defensive and barrier mastery. 2. Disciple Lion Hua, extreme speed and time manipulation attacks. 3. Disciple Mo Sheng, illusions, mind manipulation, and multi-target confusion. 4. Disciple Zhang Wei, high-level elemental fusion attacks. 5. Transcendent Observer, a mysterious figure capable of analyzing and countering clone-based strategies. The cultivators coordinate to neutralize Yi Tian's hundredfold army, unaware of the clones' semi-autonomous adaptations. Scene 4, pre-battle tactics. Yi Tian consults with key clones via mental counsel. O Wrath clone prefers aggressive engagement. O Calm strategist clone advocates staggered strikes and adaptive defense. O Harmony clone focuses on preserving unity and minimizing divergence. O Void clone 10 suggests disruption and infiltration to exploit enemy weaknesses. Yi Tian MC. Stage 3 is not brute strength, it is foresight, coordination, and adaptability. Every clone has a role, every action counts. System notification. Stage 3, tactical efficiency, 93%. Warning, external threat level extreme. Scene 5, strategic drills and final preparations. Clones rehearse hybrid fusion attacks, battlefield coordination, and independent maneuvers. Stage 3 allows adaptive learning, meaning clones can spontaneously develop new attack combinations and defensive tactics. Void Clone 10 leads experimental clones in perception and diversion exercises, preparing for enemy mental manipulation and illusions. System notification. Clone combat readiness, 95%. Divergence risk, 82%. Monitor closely. Scene 6. Philosophical reflection. Yi Tian contemplates the evolving nature of his army. Autonomy is both a risk and a strength. Stage 3 clones are not merely extensions of himself. They are evolving consciousnesses. The upcoming battle will test unity, strategy, and the limits of clone adaptation. Yi Tian MC. We are more than power, we are minds, strategy, and spirit multiplied. Hundredfold is no longer a number. It is a force that can think, adapt, and overcome. Scene 7. Closing foreshadowing. The distant horizon darkens as ancient-ranked enemies approach Mirror Veil. Clones radiate energy, ready for immediate deployment. System notification. Stage 3 evolution, Phase 2 pending. External threat level, catastrophic elite cultivators approaching. Yi Tian's resolve solidifies. Yi Tian MC. The storm is coming and we will meet it hundredfold. Chapter 19. The First Clash. Chapter 19 marks the first major confrontation between Yi Tian's hundredfold army and the incoming high-ranked cultivators. This chapter focuses on battlefield strategy, clone autonomy under pressure, and the limits of Stage 3 evolution. It emphasizes tactical execution, adaptive combat, and the philosophical weight of controlling semi-autonomous clones. Scene 1. The calm before battle. Mirror Veil is shrouded in early morning mist, hundreds of clones radiating energy, standing in formation. Yi Tian surveys the horizon. Ancient-ranked cultivators and a mysterious transcendent figure approach, their auras immense and intimidating. Yi Tian MC. This is the first true test. Hundredfold is not just power, it is unity, strategy, and adaptability. System prompt. Stage 3 tactical alert. External combat imminent. Hundredfold army combat readiness, 96%. Scene 2. Enemy formation. High-ranked enemies position themselves strategically. 1. Elder Feng Yao defensive mastery, creating layered barriers. 2. Disciple Lion Hua, speed and time manipulation attacks. 3. Disciple Mo Sheng, illusions and mental manipulation. 4. Disciple Zhang Wei, elemental fusion attacks. 5. Transcendent Observer, analyzes clone strategies in real time. The enemy's formation is designed to test and dismantle coordinated clone maneuvers. Scene 3. Hundredfold army deployment. Yi Tian divides clones into specialized zones. 1. Frontline combat tier. Wrath plus ambition hybrids confront enemies directly. 2. Support/tactical tier. Calm strategist plus harmony hybrids anticipate enemy moves and reinforce positions. 3. Experimental/recon tier. Void Clone 10 and independent hybrids conduct stealth, perception manipulation, and diversionary attacks. System notification. Tactical deployment efficiency, 92%. Divergence threshold, 83%. Monitor carefully. Some clones begin autonomously experimenting with hybrid attacks, creating unpredictable battlefield effects. Scene 4. First engagement. Frontal hybrids clash with Elder Feng Yao and Disciple Zhang Wei. Tactical clones counter illusions and speed-based maneuvers, protecting weaker units. Void Clone 10 infiltrates the enemy formation, generating phantom clones and multiple illusions, confusing enemies. Hybrid clones spontaneously combine elemental attacks in innovative ways, revealing Stage 3's adaptive evolution in real time. Yi Tian MC. Autonomy is risky, but without it we cannot surpass limits. Scene 5. Unexpected divergence. A triple hybrid clone, Wrath plus ambition plus harmony, bypasses Yi Tian's commands, initiating an unplanned offensive maneuver. System warning. Critical divergence detected, 85%. The clone's autonomous action unexpectedly disrupts the enemy's formation, proving the strategic potential of semi-independent clones. Yi Tian observes, realizing that success relies on balancing guidance with freedom. Scene 6. Void Clone 10's tactical brilliance. 010 manipulates enemy perceptions, creating phantom armies and decoys. Multiple ancient ranked cultivators waste energy attacking illusions, while real hybrid clones exploit openings. This demonstrates Stage 3's potential, clones that think and act independently, contributing to the collective strategy. Yi Tian MC. 10. Your autonomy is not a risk, it is our advantage. Scene 7. Aftermath and reflection. After the clash, enemy cultivators retreat, acknowledging the adaptive power of Yi Tian's 100-fold army. Clones return, some slightly unstable, others further evolved, showing growth from autonomous decisions and adaptive combat. Yi Tian concludes. Stage 3 multiplies power and adaptability. Autonomy and unity must coexist. The next battle will test both clone potential and main core stability. System notification. Stage 3 external combat success, 93%. Divergence threshold warning, 87%. Yi Tian MC. We have passed the first test, but the real storm is yet to come. Chapter 20. The 100-fold reckoning. Chapter 20 escalates the narrative to a decisive battle where the full potential of Yi Tian's 100-fold army is tested. This chapter emphasizes clone autonomy under extreme stress, hybrid fusion evolution, and strategic brilliance in the face of overwhelming opposition. Scene 1. Pre-battle tension. Mirror Veil is tense and charged with energy, hundreds of clones standing in formation. Yi Tian surveys the horizon. Ancient ranked cultivators and the transcendent observer draw closer, their aura intensifying with every step. Yi Tian MC. This is no longer a test, it is a reckoning. 100-fold is not just power, it is strategy, unity, and conscious adaptability. System prompt. Stage 3 tactical alert. Full-scale engagement imminent. 100-fold army combat readiness, 97%. Scene 2. Enemy formation and strategy. The enemy positions themselves strategically. 1. Elder Feng Yao, defensive barriers and layered spiritual shields. 2. Disciple Lion Hua, extreme speed, manipulating battlefield perception. 3. Disciple Mo Sheng, illusions and psychological disruption. 4. Disciple Zhang Wei, elemental fusion attacks capable of massive area damage. 5. Transcendent Observer, analyzes clone strategies and adapts in real time. Yi Tian notes that the enemy intends to disrupt clone coordination and force divergence. Scene 3. 100-fold army deployment. Clones are deployed into 3 main zones. 1. Frontline combat tier. Wrath plus ambition hybrids take direct engagement. 2. Support/tactical tier. Calm strategist plus harmony hybrids anticipate enemy moves, reinforce weak points, and maintain cohesion. 3. Experimental/recon tier. Void Clone 10 and independent hybrids manipulate enemy perception and execute diversionary strategies. System notification. Deployment efficiency, 93%. Divergence threshold, 85%. Monitor closely. Some hybrids experiment with unprecedented attack combinations, pushing Stage 3 evolution to its limits. Scene 4. Clash of Titans. The battle erupts with full-scale hybrid fusion attacks. Frontal clones meet Elder Feng Yao's barriers, and Disciple Zhang Wei's elemental fusion. Tactical clones counter Lion Hua's speed and Mo Sheng's illusions. Void Clone 10 manipulates enemy perception, creating phantom armies and decoys. Hybrid clones spontaneously combine abilities, forming new techniques unseen in previous battles. Yi Tian MC. Autonomy is dangerous, yet without it we cannot transcend our limits. Scene 5. Critical divergence. A triple hybrid clone, wrath plus ambition plus harmony, defies direct orders and initiates an unexpected offensive, bypassing enemy defenses. System warning. Critical divergence detected, 88%. The clone's action unexpectedly disrupts enemy strategy, highlighting the strategic advantage of controlled autonomy. Yi Tian observes that allowing calculated divergence can turn the tide of battle. Scene 6. Void Clone 10's tactical mastery. 0-10 executes perfectly coordinated perception manipulations, tricking multiple enemies simultaneously. Ancient ranked cultivators attack illusions, while real hybrid clones exploit weaknesses. This proves Stage 3's true potential: clones with independent reasoning and strategic impact. Yitian MC. 10. You are no longer just a clone. You are a strategist, a mind I can rely on. Scene 7. Aftermath and reflection. Enemy cultivators retreat, recognizing the adaptive and overwhelming power of the hundredfold army. Clones return, some slightly unstable, others evolved further. Yi Tian reflects. O Stage 3 multiplies strength, adaptability, and strategic depth. O autonomy and unity are a delicate balance. O future challenges will test both clone potential and main core stability. System notification. Stage 3 full engagement success, 94%. Divergence threshold warning, 90%. Yi Tian, MC. The hundredfold army has proven its might, but this is only the beginning of our true trials. Chapter 21. The Hundredfold Awakening. Chapter 21 marks a turning point in Yi Tian's journey, where the true potential of Stage 3 clones is realized, and the stakes escalate with the arrival of higher-ranked cultivators and mysterious entities. The chapter emphasizes strategy, autonomy, and the exponential evolution of clone abilities. Scene 1. Aftermath of the last battle. Mirror Veil is still littered with residual energy waves from the previous confrontation. Clones stand in formation, absorbing lessons from the last clash and integrating combat experience into their own growth cycles. Void Clone 10 meditates at a distant cliff, analyzing the battlefield for future threats and patterns. Yi Tian MC. Every battle is a lesson. Hundredfold is more than numbers. It is adaptation, foresight, and evolution. System prompt. Stage 3, post-combat assimilation, 88%. Warning, clone divergence approaching critical threshold. Scene 2, Clone Strategy Council. Yi Tian convenes a mental council with key clones. Wrath Clone advocates for aggressive proactive strikes. Calm Strategist Clone focuses on patience, observation, and calculated maneuvers. Harmony Clone ensures internal cohesion and stability among clones. Void Clone 10 proposes advanced reconnaissance, perception manipulation, and psychological disruption of enemies. Yi Tian understands that semi-autonomous decision-making is critical for Stage 3 mastery. Scene 3. Detection of incoming high-rank cultivators. Scouts report a coalition of ancient-ranked cultivators, accompanied by an unknown transcendent presence. Enemy intentions are unclear, but their power aura suggests a test or challenge for Yi Tian's hundredfold army. Yi Tian, MC. The world is taking notice, and our evolution will be measured against the strongest. Scene 4. Advanced Clone Drills. Yi Tian orders tiered training sessions for all clones. Combat Tier. Focus on hybrid fusions, elemental combinations, and combined assaults. Tactical Tier. Emphasize predictive strategies and countermoves. Experimental Tier. Void Clone 10 and select hybrids work on perception manipulation, illusions, and battlefield deception. Clones continue autonomous experimentation, some developing abilities beyond Stage 3 predictions. System notification. Stage 3 combat efficiency, 92%. Divergence threshold, 84%. Monitor closely. Scene 5, philosophical insight. Yi Tian reflects on the evolving consciousness of clones. Autonomy can cause divergence, but also spurs exponential evolution. Stage 3 is about more than multiplying strength. It's about cultivating strategic minds and adaptive intelligence. The hundredfold army is becoming a network of independent, yet unified consciousnesses. Yi Tian MC. Every clone is a mind, every mind a strategy. We are more than warriors, we are a force of thought and adaptation. Scene 6, foreshadowing the impending clash. The approaching enemies, energy signatures intensify. Stage 3 clones prepare for their most challenging engagement yet, testing their autonomous decision-making and hybrid abilities. System notification. Stage 3 evolution, Phase 2 pending. External threat level, extreme, incoming ancient and transcendent forces. Yi Tian realizes that the upcoming battle will be the ultimate test of unity, adaptability, and strategic depth. Scene 7, closing moment. Night falls over Mirror Vale. The valley glows faintly with hundredfold energy from semi-autonomous clones. Yi Tian meditates, integrating clone experiences and preparing mentally and strategically for the next confrontation. Yi Tian MC. The hundredfold army is awakening. We are no longer just a force, we are a consciousness multiplied, ready to face the storm ahead. Chapter 22, The Rising Tempest. Chapter 22 intensifies the narrative, focusing on the approach of elite ancient and transcendent cultivators toward Mirror Vale, strategic positioning of Yi Tian's hundredfold clones, and preparations for the most critical Stage 3 engagement yet. This chapter emphasizes strategic foresight, clone autonomy, hybrid experimentation, and psychological preparation. Scene 1, Anticipation in Mirror Vale. The valley vibrates with hundredfold energy, signaling the advanced growth of Stage 3 clones. Yi Tian stands atop the central cliff, observing distant energy signatures of incoming enemies. Hundreds of clones silently await orders, each radiating distinct aura signatures corresponding to their specialization. Yi Tian MC. The storm is upon us. Hundredfold is no longer just combat strength, it is strategy, awareness, and adaptability. System prompt. Stage 3 tactical alert, elite threat approaching. Hundredfold army combat readiness, 97%. Scene 2, enemy forces gather. Ancient ranked cultivators, accompanied by a transcendent observer, form a cohesive, high-level formation. Key enemy figures. Elder Feng Yao, defensive barriers and impenetrable spiritual shields. Disciple Lion Hua, speed and time manipulation for rapid offensive strikes. Disciple Mo Sheng, illusions, psychological disruption and multi-target confusion. Disciple Zhang Wei, elemental fusion with large-scale destructive potential. Transcendent observer, analyzes and counters clone strategies in real time. Yi Tian notes the precision and coordination of the enemy, signaling a major test for his clones. Scene 3, hundredfold army deployment. Clones are organized into specialized operational zones. Frontline combat tier, Wrath plus Ambition hybrids face direct engagement. Support tactical tier, Calm strategist plus Harmony hybrids anticipate enemy moves and maintain cohesion. Experimental recon tier, Void Clone 10 and Independent hybrids execute perception manipulation, diversions, and reconnaissance. System notification. Deployment efficiency, 94%. Divergence threshold, 86%. Monitor closely. Hybrid clones begin spontaneous experimentation, testing new techniques and combinations for real-time battlefield adaptability. Scene 4, Tactical Council. Yi Tian convenes key clones for mental council. Wrath clone, advocates preemptive strikes. Calm strategist clone, suggests staggered engagement and reactive strategies. Harmony clone, focuses on internal unity to minimize divergence. Void Clone 10, proposes advanced perception and diversion tactics. Yi Tian MC, Autonomy and guidance must coexist. Our hundredfold army must think, adapt, and execute without hesitation. Scene 5. Advanced drills and fusion practice. Stage 3 clones conduct tiered drills and hybrid fusion experiments. Frontal hybrids combine power, speed, and elemental techniques. Tactical clones refine predictive strategies. Experimental clones, led by Void Clone 10, create illusions, phantom armies, and battlefield distractions. Clones autonomously adapt strategies during drills, demonstrating exponential Stage 3 growth. System notification. Clone combat readiness, 96%. Divergence risk, 87%. Monitor carefully. Scene 6. Philosophical reflection. Yi Tian contemplates the complexity of managing semi-autonomous clones. Autonomy allows clones to evolve new strategies. Excessive control limits potential. Stage 3 is not only multiplication of power, but also growth of strategic intelligence. Yi Tian MC. Each clone is a mind, each mind a strategy. Together they are more than power, they are consciousness multiplied. Scene 7. Closing foreshadowing. The approaching enemies are now visible as energy beacons on the horizon. Clones prepare for the ultimate engagement, ready to test their autonomy, hybrid abilities, and strategic cohesion. System notification. Stage 3 evolution, Phase 2 pending. External threat level, catastrophic, incoming ancient and transcendent forces. Yi Tian, MC. The tempest rises, and the hundredfold army will meet it head-on. This is the trial of unity and evolution. Chapter 23, Tempest Unleashed. Chapter 23 depicts the commencement of the ultimate battle between Yi Tian's hundredfold army and the approaching ancient and transcendent cultivators. It emphasizes strategic execution, adaptive hybrid combat, clone autonomy under extreme stress, and the philosophical challenge of balancing control with freedom. Scene 1. The calm before the storm. Mirror Veil is charged with energy, hundreds of Stage 3 clones radiating intense auras. Yi Tian surveys the horizon, sensing the incoming cultivators' full power. Clones maintain formation, silently awaiting deployment orders. Yi Tian MC. The storm has arrived. Hundredfold is more than numbers. It is strategy, unity, and the capacity to adapt. System prompt. Stage 3 tactical alert. Full-scale engagement initiated. Hundredfold army combat readiness, 98%. Scene 2. Enemy formation. Ancient ranked cultivators and the transcendent observer position strategically. Elder Feng Yao, defensive barriers and layered spiritual shields. Disciple Lion Hua, extreme speed and time manipulation. Disciple Mo Sheng, illusions and psychological disruption. Disciple Zhang Wei, elemental fusion capable of massive area attacks. Transcendent observer, real-time analysis and adaptive counter-strategies against clones. Their goal is to disrupt clone coordination and push the hundredfold army to its limits. Scene 3. Hundredfold army deployment. Clones are organized into 3 operational zones. Frontline combat tier. Wrath plus ambition hybrids confront enemies directly. Support tactical tier. Calm strategist plus harmony hybrids maintain cohesion, anticipate moves, and reinforce weak points. Experimental recon tier. Void Clone 10 and independent hybrids execute diversion, infiltration, and perception manipulation. System notification. Deployment efficiency, 95%. Divergence threshold, 88%. Monitor carefully. Hybrid clones begin real-time adaptive experimentation, forming new attack combinations spontaneously. Scene 4. First clashes. Frontal clones engage Elder Feng Yao and Disciple Zhang Wei with full hybrid fusion attacks. Tactical clones counter Lion Hua's speed and Mo Sheng's illusions. Void Clone 10 manipulates perception, generating phantom armies and diversions, confusing the enemy. Yi Tian MC. Autonomy is a double-edged sword, yet without it we cannot surpass limits. Scene 5, Critical Divergence. A triple hybrid clone, wrath plus ambition plus harmony, initiates an unplanned offensive, bypassing enemy defenses. System warning. Critical divergence detected, 90%. This autonomous action disrupts enemy formation, demonstrating that controlled divergence can turn the tide of battle. Yi Tian observes and adapts, understanding that freedom within structure is the key to Stage 3 mastery. Scene 6, Void Clone 10 Strategic Brilliance. Void Clone 10 coordinates multi-layered perception manipulations, tricking multiple enemies simultaneously. Ancient ranked cultivators attack illusions, while real hybrid clones exploit openings. Stage 3 evolution shows exponential combat potential through autonomous decision-making and adaptive hybrid techniques. Yi Tian MC. 10. You are no longer merely a clone. You are a strategist, a mind I can trust. Scene 7. Aftermath and reflection. Enemy cultivators retreat, acknowledging the overwhelming adaptability and strategic strength of Yi Tian's 100-fold army. Clones return, some slightly unstable, others further evolved, showcasing autonomous growth. Yi Tian reflects. Stage 3 multiplies strength, adaptability, and strategic depth. Autonomy must be balanced with unity. Future challenges will test clone evolution and main core stability even further. System notification. Stage 3 full engagement success, 95%. Divergence threshold warning, 91%. Yi Tian MC. The tempest has been unleashed, yet this is only the beginning. Chapter 24, Storm of Evolution. Chapter 24 continues the escalating saga, focusing on the 100-fold army's growth, Stage 3 adaptive evolution, and the intensification of the battlefield as enemy forces prepare for retaliation. This chapter emphasizes strategic foresight, clone autonomy, hybrid innovation, and Yi Tian's philosophical understanding of unity and divergence. Scene 1, Rebuilding and Reflection. After the last battle, Mirror Veil is filled with residual energy waves, and clones are assimilating combat experience into their individual growth cycles. Yi Tian observes his clones, noticing subtle changes in aura, technique, and autonomous behavior. He reflects on the lessons from the previous clash and the need to balance guidance with freedom. Yi Tian MC. Each clone is a mind, each mind carries strategy and potential. 100-fold is not just a number, it is evolution. System prompt. Stage 3 post-combat assimilation, 90%. Warning, clone divergence approaching critical threshold. Scene 2, Tactical Council with Clones. Yi Tian convenes key clones for a mental strategy council. 1. Wrath Clone, advocates for direct offensive maneuvers. 2. Calm Strategist Clone, recommends observation, adaptation, and predictive counter-strategies. 3. Harmony Clone, focuses on maintaining internal cohesion and minimizing divergence risks. 4. Void Clone 10, proposes advanced perception manipulation, infiltration, and experimental hybrid techniques. The Council discusses potential enemy counter-strategies and Stage 3 adaptive maneuvers, preparing for the next confrontation. Scene 3, Detection of incoming threats. Scouts report a coalition of ancient ranked cultivators and an unknown transcendent entity rapidly approaching Mirror Veil. Yi Tian recognizes this as a prelude to a high-stakes engagement that will test the 100-fold army's autonomy and hybrid capabilities. Yi Tian, MC. The world will measure our evolution. The 100-fold army must prove its strength and intelligence. Scene 4, Advanced Stage 3 Drills. Tiered drills are conducted. O Frontline Combat Tier focuses on hybrid fusions, synchronized assaults, and adaptive responses. O Support/Tactical Tier refines predictive strategies and battlefield coordination. O Experimental/Recon Tier Void Clone 10 and select hybrids experiment with illusions, perception manipulation, and diversionary tactics. Clones autonomously test new combinations, pushing Stage 3 evolution to unprecedented levels. System notification. Clone combat readiness, 97%. Divergence risk, 89%. Monitor closely. Scene 5, Philosophical Insight. Yi Tian contemplates the nature of clone consciousness and autonomy. Excessive control limits potential. Unrestricted autonomy risks divergence. True Stage 3 mastery lies in balancing freedom and unity, allowing clones to innovate while maintaining cohesion. Hundredfold is a network of minds, each contributing to the whole. Yi Tian MC. We are not merely warriors, we are evolving minds. Each clone is a strategy, a consciousness multiplied. Scene 6, Enemy approach and strategic positioning. Energy signatures from the approaching enemies grow intense and coordinated, signaling imminent engagement. Clones take positions, ready to deploy hybrid strategies, adaptive maneuvers, and perception-based tactics. System notification. Stage 3 evolution, Phase 2 initiated. External threat level, catastrophic, incoming ancient and transcendent forces. Scene 7, Closing foreshadowing. Night falls over Mirror Veil, illuminating hundreds of clones with pulsing energy. Yi Tian meditates, synthesizing lessons from previous battles and preparing the hundredfold army for the ultimate trial. Yi Tian MC. The storm of evolution is rising. Hundredfold is awakening. We are ready to face whatever comes.